There are moments in life when God chooses silence over sound. He doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't send thunder. He simply waits until your world grows quiet enough for him to whisper. And often, that whisper comes at night. You close your eyes, exhausted from the day, unaware that heaven is preparing a message you were finally still enough to receive. Then, somewhere between sleep and sunrise, something sacred begins to unfold. Images, symbols, light, places you've never seen yet somehow recognize deep in your spirit. Dreams. Not the ordinary kind, not the ones that fade with the morning light. These are the dreams that stay, the dreams that speak, the dreams that pull on your heart long after you wake. From the beginning, God has used dreams to reach those he has chosen. He spoke to Joseph when no one else would believe him. He warned Daniel of mysteries hidden from kings. He interrupted Paul's path with a vision that changed the course of history. God has always known that the heart hears him best when the world is asleep. And that's why he still speaks this way today. Because some of the most important things he needs to tell you cannot be spoken through sermons, conversations, or noise. They must be delivered in sacred quiet, in the stillness of the night, in the language of dreams. If you've ever felt a dream touch you so deeply that it refused to leave, if you've ever awakened with the sense that someone had just spoken your name, if you've ever carried a dream for days wondering why it felt more real than reality, it may be because God chose that moment to confirm something about you, something he has known all along, something you are only now beginning to recognize. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not ordinary. You are someone God speaks to when the world sleeps.
Light is one of God's oldest signatures. Before he formed the seas, before he shaped the mountains, before he breathed life into humanity, he spoke one simple command: let there be light. And from that moment on, light has never stopped obeying him. So when light appears in your dreams, it is never accidental. It is never random. It is never meaningless. Sometimes the light comes suddenly, breaking into a dark room you didn't realize you were standing in. Sometimes it shines from above, gentle yet powerful, as if heaven itself is opening just enough for you to glimpse what the natural world cannot show. Sometimes it surrounds a path, a doorway, a person, a sign that something hidden is about to be revealed. Light in a dream is one of the clearest signs that God is speaking directly to you, not to frighten you, not to confuse you, but to guide you. Because revelation always begins with light. Think of Paul on the road to Damascus. He wasn't searching for God. He wasn't praying for answers. He was walking confidently in the wrong direction. But then a great light appeared. A light brighter than anything he had ever known, a light that interrupted his plans and introduced him to his purpose. That's what God's light does. It interrupts, it exposes, it redirects, it awakens. So when you dream of light, pay attention to what it touches. Is it showing you a truth you've ignored? Is it revealing a path you didn't see before? Is it calling you out of confusion, fear, or darkness? Or is it gently reminding you that God has been much closer than you realized? Light always carries a message, and the message is this: you are not walking alone. I am guiding you. For the chosen ones, God doesn't wait for perfect moments. He creates them, even in the night, even in your sleep. So if light has been finding you in your dreams, if brightness breaks through your darkness when no one else knows you're struggling, if something within you feels awakened by a glow you can't explain, then hear this clearly. God is confirming you. God is calling you. God is choosing you. and He is doing it through light.
There is a reason your spirit dreams of going higher. You may not feel elevated in your everyday life. You may not feel seen, recognized, or celebrated. But in the quiet places of your sleep, something different begins to happen. You find yourself climbing. A staircase, a hill, a mountain, a ladder reaching into a sky you cannot fully comprehend. These dreams are not about ambition. They are not about success or achievement by the world's standards. They are about calling. Because when God chooses someone, He lifts them long before anyone else notices. Think of Jacob, alone in the wilderness. No audience, no position, no title, just a stone for a pillow and the weight of uncertainty on his heart. And yet, in that loneliness, heaven opened. A ladder appeared. Angels moved between realms, and God stood above it all, speaking destiny over a man who felt like he had none. Jacob climbed in his dream long before he climbed in his life. That is the pattern of the chosen. Climbing in a dream is God's way of saying, I am preparing you for a place your feet have not touched yet. Elevation always begins in the unseen, long before it manifests in the seen. But climbing is not effortless. You feel the weight, you feel the stretch, you feel the pull of leaving the familiar behind. Sometimes the climb feels endless and you wonder if you'll ever reach the top. Yet still, you rise. Because the one who called you upward walks with you. He strengthens your steps. He steadies your breath. He whispers encouragement in the silence of the night. And here is the truth many forget. The enemy never fights someone who is standing still. He fights the one who is going higher. So if you find yourself climbing in your dreams, if you see yourself ascending when your real life feels stuck, if the heights in your sleep feel more real than the ground under your feet, then understand this. God is lifting you. God is setting you apart. God is preparing you for a level you were born to reach. You may not see the elevation yet, but heaven already does.
There are dreams that leave you breathless. You wake up sitting straight in bed, your heart racing, your palms damp, your mind still running long after your body has stopped. In the dream, you were being chased. Something was after you, a shadow, a presence, a force you couldn't fully name. You ran through streets, forests, empty rooms, unfamiliar places, always aware that something was coming for you. And you wonder, why do I keep dreaming this? What does it mean? But here is the truth no one tells you. Being chased in a dream is not a sign of defeat. It is a sign of destiny. Because the enemy only pursues what threatens him. He only targets what carries purpose. He only hunts the ones heaven has already chosen. If you were insignificant, if your life held no weight, if nothing God planted in you mattered, the enemy would ignore you. But he doesn't, and that reveals more about your calling than you realize. Think of David. He wasn't crowned yet. He wasn't honored, respected, or recognized. He was just a young man with oil on his forehead. Oil no one else could see, but all of hell could sense. And from the moment he was anointed, he was chased. Not because he was weak, but because he was marked. When you dream of running, you're experiencing the same spiritual reality. Your calling is visible long before your eyes see it. Your purpose shines long before your hands hold it. The enemy senses it, even if you don't. But here is something beautiful hidden inside these dreams. You always wake up. You always escape. You always survive. Not once does the darkness catch you. Not once does the threat overcome you. This is God's quiet way of telling you, I am protecting you. I am covering you. I am not letting anything touch the destiny I placed inside you. These dreams are not meant to frighten you. They are meant to awaken you. to remind you of the value you carry, to show you that heaven is investing in you, that your life has far greater significance than the world around you can see. If you have run in your sleep, if you have felt fear pressing against your back, if you have awakened trembling yet safe, then hear this truth. You are not being chased because you are vulnerable. You are being chased because you are chosen. And even in the dream, in the moments that feel overwhelming, in the places where shadows seem close, God is still there, before you, behind you, beside you, within you. You are never running alone. You have never run alone.
Water has always been one of God's quietest messengers. It speaks without words. It moves without noise. It touches places in the soul nothing else can reach. So when water appears in your dreams, it is never just water. It is God drawing you into a conversation your waking mind may not yet understand. Sometimes the water is clear, calm, gentle, shimmering like liquid light. It flows around you with a purity that feels almost familiar, as if your spirit recognizes something your mind has forgotten. When water is clear, God is cleansing you, not punishing you, not shaming you, just washing away what cannot follow you into your next season. Old fears, old wounds, old patterns that once protected you but now keep you from moving forward. Clear water is God saying, "Let me refresh you. Let me renew you. Let me make space in you for something new." But sometimes the water is deep, a river you cannot see the bottom of, an ocean that stretches farther than your eyes can follow. It's not meant to scare you, it's meant to invite you. Deep water is God calling you deeper, deeper in surrender, deeper in faith, deeper into the life He imagined for you long before you took your first breath. And then there are the stormy waters, waves rising, currents pulling, clouds darkening overhead. You stand there in the dream, uncertain whether you will drown or be delivered. But hear this, stormy water is not a sign of abandonment, it is a sign of transition. Noah saw water rise before the world was cleansed. Moses saw water stand before a nation was freed. Joshua saw water part before promises became reality. The water that frightens you now may be the very water God uses to lead you into your destiny. And if in your dream the water blocks your path, rises around you, or stands in front of you like an impossible obstacle, don't let fear speak louder than truth. For the chosen, God often places water where breakthrough is near. Dreams like these carry a message, one that flows straight from heaven into the quiet places of your heart. I am cleansing you. I am guiding you. I am preparing you. Follow me into deeper waters. So if water has appeared in your dreams, clear or deep, gentle or fierce, know this: God is speaking. God is shaping you. God is calling you close, and He would not call you deeper unless you were chosen to go where not everyone can follow.
Keys are small in your hand, yet mighty in the realm of the Spirit. They do not make noise, but they carry weight. And when they appear in your dreams, heaven is speaking in a language few pay attention to, a language of responsibility, authority, and divine entrustment. If you have ever dreamed of holding a key, or being handed a key, or unlocking a door you never knew existed, you are witnessing something sacred, something personal, something meant for you and no one else. Because keys, in Scripture and in dreams, are never ordinary. Jesus Himself said, "I will give you the keys of the kingdom," not to crowds, not to spectators, but to the ones He chose, the ones He trusted, the ones ready to carry what others could not.
So when a key shows up in your dream, it means heaven sees you as trustworthy. It means God is opening something before you, a season, a revelation, a door, a responsibility, something that was once locked but now belongs to you. Sometimes in these dreams, the key fits a door you didn't expect, a door hidden behind shadows, a door ancient and heavy, a door glowing with a light you cannot explain. Don't overlook this. It is God showing you that there are places in the Spirit only you are meant to enter. Rooms of wisdom, rooms of discernment, rooms of calling that others cannot access because the key was shaped for your hand. But keys do more than open. They also close. A key in your dream may mean God is giving you authority to shut the door on what has tormented you, to lock out what was sent to harm you, to end cycles that were never meant to follow you into your future. And here is the quiet truth hidden in these dreams. God does not place keys in empty hands. He places them in chosen hands. If you have dreamed of keys, if you have felt the weight of metal in your palm, if you have unlocked something you cannot describe, know this. Heaven is trusting you. Heaven is authorizing you. Heaven is assigning you. You are not insignificant. You are not overlooked. You are being entrusted with access not everyone receives. A key is never just a key. It is a sign that God is inviting you into deeper responsibility, deeper revelation, deeper purpose. And He would not give you such authority unless He had already chosen you to carry it.
There are dreams that feel strange at first. Dreams where you find yourself pregnant, or preparing to give birth, or holding a newborn you've never seen before. You wake up wondering what it means, especially if nothing in your physical life reflects what you saw. But spiritually, these dreams are powerful. They are tender. They are holy. Because pregnancy in a dream is rarely about the body. It is about the spirit. It is a sign that God has placed something inside you, a vision, a calling, a ministry, a purpose, a dream heaven conceived long before you recognized it. Pregnancy is God's quiet way of saying, I am forming something within you. You may not feel ready. You may not understand it. You may wonder why God would choose you for something so weighty, so delicate. But what is growing inside you is not random. It is intentional. It is divine. And like any pregnancy, it comes with stretching. The stretching of faith, the stretching of patience, the stretching of trust. There will be days when you feel the weight of what you carry, days when you feel isolated, days when you feel misunderstood. Even Mary, chosen to carry the Savior, walked through seasons where no one believed her, no one understood her, no one could see what God had planted inside her. Yet what she carried changed the world. And so will what you carry. Sometimes your dream shows you in labor, straining, pushing, enduring, not because you are failing, but because you are close to release, close to breakthrough, close to seeing in the natural what God formed in the unseen. Other times, you hold a newborn in your arms, fragile yet full of promise, small yet bursting with purpose. This is God's way of showing you that a new season is arriving, and with it, a new expression of your calling. But here is the most beautiful truth. No one else can carry what God assigned to you. No one else can birth what He placed inside you. The dream belongs to you. The calling belongs to you. The responsibility belongs to you. And if God gave you a pregnancy dream or a birthing dream, it is because heaven has decided that you are the one through whom this purpose will come alive. Something sacred is growing. Something eternal is forming. And when the time comes, God Himself will bring it to completion.
There are dreams that feel different the moment you enter them. Dreams where the air feels heavier, the light feels purer, the atmosphere feels alive with something your spirit recognizes instantly, the nearness of heaven. Sometimes you see an angel, sometimes a prophetic figure, a man of God, a woman of God, someone robed in authority and compassion. Other times you don't see a face at all, only a presence, a voice, a knowing that you are not alone. These dreams carry weight. They stay with you. They follow you through the day like a gentle hand on your shoulder. Because when an angel appears in a dream, or when a prophetic messenger speaks, you are not just dreaming, you are experiencing a divine encounter. Angels do not come without purpose. They come with instruction. They come with reassurance. They come with warning. They come with direction. They come because heaven has something to say that cannot wait for morning. Think of Joseph, not the Joseph in Egypt, but the Joseph chosen to protect Mary. He did not make his decisions based on guesswork or opinion. He moved because an angel spoke, not once, but 4 times. Each message strategic, each message protective, each message delivered in a dream. Why? Because Joseph was chosen, and the assignment placed in his hands was too precious to leave to chance. The same is true for Daniel. His dreams and visions were so sharp, so vivid, so accurate that kings trembled when he interpreted them. God entrusted him with secrets of nations because Daniel had been chosen to see what others could not. So when heaven sends a messenger into your dreams, understand this: it is not random, it is not casual, it is not for entertainment. It is confirmation. It is God saying, I am with you, I am guiding you, I am calling you into something sacred. These dreams may carry peace that settles your heart, or urgency that stirs your spirit, or clarity that cuts through your confusion. But whatever they bring because heaven has turned its attention toward you. Not everyone receives dreams like these. Not everyone hears heaven this clearly. Not everyone is visited in the night by messengers of light. These encounters are reserved for those whose hearts are open, whose spirits are sensitive, whose lives have purpose written into them by the hand of God. If an angel has appeared in your dream, if a prophetic voice has spoken to you, if your sleep has become a place where God's presence feels near, then know this without a shadow of doubt: you are chosen, you are seen, you are being prepared. Heaven does not visit without intention, and heaven would not send messengers to you unless God Himself had written something extraordinary over your life.
There are dreams that feel strange at first. Dreams where you find yourself pregnant, or preparing to give birth, or holding a newborn you've never seen before. You wake up wondering what it means, especially if nothing in your physical life reflects what you saw. But spiritually, these dreams are powerful. They are tender. They are holy. Because pregnancy in a dream is rarely about the body. It is about the spirit. It is a sign that God has placed something inside you, a vision, a calling, a ministry, a purpose, a dream heaven conceived long before you recognized it. Pregnancy is God's quiet way of saying, I am forming something within you. You may not feel ready, you may not understand it, you may wonder why God would choose you for something so weighty, so delicate. But what is growing inside you is not random, it is intentional, it is divine. And like any pregnancy, it comes with stretching.
the stretching of faith, the stretching of patience, the stretching of trust. There will be days when you feel the weight of what you carry, days when you feel isolated, days when you feel misunderstood. Even Mary, chosen to carry the Savior, walked through seasons where no one believed her, no one understood her, no one could see what God had planted inside her. Yet what she carried changed the world, and so will what you carry. Sometimes your dream shows you in labor, straining, pushing, enduring, not because you are failing, but because you are close, close to release, close to breakthrough, close to seeing in the natural what God formed in the unseen. Other times, you hold a newborn in your arms, fragile yet full of promise, small yet bursting with purpose. This is God's way of showing you that a new season is arriving, and with it, a new expression of your calling. But here is the most beautiful truth. No one else can carry what God assigned to you. No one else can birth what He placed inside you. The dream belongs to you. The calling belongs to you. The responsibility belongs to you. And if God gave you a pregnancy dream or a birthing dream, it is because heaven has decided that you are the one through whom this purpose will come alive. Something sacred is growing. Something eternal is forming. And when the time comes, God Himself will bring it to completion.